student-athletes.
Well, Aaron, we'll go with you first. And, I mean, it was a great play call, and you had a big role in it, obviously, on the kick return. Just talk about the play from your perspective. And I know it's designed to go to you, but kind of talk about how it went and, just kind of how it played out for that particular play.
I think it played out pretty well. I mean, we wanted to score it all, but it worked out where everybody blocked did their job, so we got some positive yards on.
I know you're designed to get the ball, but kind of talk to me about the mechanics of it. The players get into sort of a scrum, and I know you're supposed to get the ball, but how long is the delay until you get the ball? How do you determine, I know it's not a very long huddle, but how does that kind of play out when you're inside the group of players, and then you kind of all spring out in different directions? So kind of explain it a little bit.
I mean, it's 6 of us back there, so we all move, like wherever the ball goes to, everybody meets up in a little circle, and then we pass it, like you said, it was designed to me, so they pass it around to me from whoever has it. Then I get a go call, and everybody spins out, so you don't really know who has it.
When you took off and started to break free, it's pretty evident at that point that at the very least you're going to give the team a chance to kick a field goal. But what's your feeling as you're sprinting down the sideline, and it took Missouri State a few seconds to figure out what was going on? What's your emotion as a player at that point?
I mean, I really didn't have no much. I just wanted to score because all I was trying to do was score. So I was kind of upset when I didn't, but still was.
From the perspective of, the team needed a play like that at that point. Obviously, that's a very difficult scenario. Is it all business at that point, or can you kind of put yourself in a position where this is a play that if it works, it's a fun play to be a part of, and it's a great play if it leads to winning the game as it did? Is that the kind of perspective? Do you get excited when a play like that is called? Because if it works, it's a big gain type of play.
I mean, you get excited, but it's still all business, though. I mean, everybody has to do their job for it to work. So, and if it don't work, then it's a little mad because if you want it to work. So.
Eric, you get a chance to kick. You missed the one earlier, and you get the redemption after that. Then you get a second chance after that. Just talk about your mindset, and Coach Sanford obviously showed a lot of faith in you, but it's got to be cool to kind of stroll out there and get another chance after you'd made the one earlier.
Yeah, it was definitely good to get 2 other chances after that one. I was disappointed, but as a kicker, you just got to let the pass go. You can't really look back on it, or else it's going to affect the next one. And that's what I kind of had to do. I had faith in Mike and the offense to do their job. The kickoff team did a great job at the end there to get the ball in a good position. And, Coach Semper had faith in me, which I was glad to see. He had faith in me to hit the field goal right at the end.
Missouri State didn't have any timeouts at that point, so you knew there was going to be no freeze the kicker or anything like that. Does that help your mindset going out there, knowing that they're not going to? How much does a freeze the kicker even affect you? When teams do that.
A few people asked me on the sideline. It's actually, I think it depends on the kicker. It really doesn't affect me a whole bunch, so I wasn't really worried about the whole timeout or not. But I think that it does affect some. It can play effect and make kickers think about the kick before it happens, put extra pressure on them. But I mean, if you're in the right mindset, you just get extra time to think about perfecting it. So.
Mike, what kind of juice does that give the offense after a play like that plays out, and now all of a sudden you go from, if the kickoff is fielded normally, it's a long drive but we really got a shot at this. What kind of adrenaline boost does that give you guys at that point?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron's play and then Stark's play too on the interception. Both those plays, when you get a short field, and you know that you only need about 20 yards to get in field goal range, or even less for Eric. He's a good kicker. So it gives you a lot of confidence, gives you a little more momentum going into the play, and you can really tell it kind of it went through our offense that way.
It was a crazy day. I mean, at one point before Travis's interception, maybe you're thinking on the sideline. I know I was thinking upstairs, it would be great if ISU had a turnover here. Boom, there's a turnover. It'd be great if ISU got a really big special teams play here. Boom, big special teams play. you know, as players, you know, it just seems like you guys are able to make plays like that when you need them. What kind of confidence and feeling does that give you guys? And any four of you guys can answer this. That you know, you never really are out of a game.
Yeah, it gives you a ton of confidence. Our team plays great off of each other, special teams, offense, defense, and just knowing that you're never out of the fight. We actually watched a movie last night, Fury, about World War II tank battalion, how they were never out of the fight, and we kind of feel that way. We trust each other. We know that we're going to do our job, and that we're always going to kind of have each other's backs, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams.
Travis Harris tried to make a play, and as a cornerback, you know, and that's late in your interception came pretty late in that offensive play. You know, what do you do to try to stick with it and kind of maybe not force him into a mistake, but make him pay for a throw that was forced in that situation? What goes through your mind as a defender?
What goes through my mind is to stop him first, and I seen him he was rolling out, so I would just stick to my guy. And I just so happened to see a crosser route coming across the field, so I just stayed close to my guy to see what the quarterback was going to do. Then he threw it, so then I hopped the ball.
Yeah, it was a big play at that point. You know, just talk about, you know, defense has done a good job forcing turnovers this year, and it was the only one of the game, but it was a big one. And you know, just you know, same thing that I asked Mike. I mean, that had to be a big, even though the offense goes on the field at that point, it has to be a big adrenaline boost for you guys defensively to know that you made a play to create a winning situation.
Yeah, our coaching staff always emphasizes just takeaways and get the offense the ball back. And before the huddle broke, we broke it on takeaway. So like we all know, like the impact of just taking away the ball, giving the ball back to the offense. So.
For any four of you guys, have you been a part of a play or seen a play or been on a team that ran a special teams play like today? You guys are on the sideline. What are you thinking when it's playing out? I mean, that had to be, yeah, that's a dream scenario.
Yeah, we knew the play was called, so we were excited to see what would happen. And Aaron's our fastest player, so felt good about him having the ball. Actually, two of their guys saw that he had the ball in the huddle, and he made them both miss and ran 40, 50 yards down the sideline. So that's exciting, and it's not as surprising to us because we see his athleticism every day in practice.
Is there more miracles in your guys' hat, or do you want to get a game where you don't have to rely on a play like that? You know, South Dakota State obviously is going to be difficult next week.
Yeah, obviously we don't want close games. We want to beat people as much as possible, but it's nice to have a game like that where you fight through it. As you can see, teams with 4 losses in our conference feeling that they're on their last stand for the playoffs, they're going to give everything they got. So every game from here on out is going to be tough, and we've got to just match it every week.
Anything else, guys? Gentlemen, thank you.